Welcome to the Smokers Club. It's your host, Enrique, coming from you live here from San Jose, California, where you get your smoke here at the club. What we're going to talk about today, guys, well, let's talk about how they just passed that inflation bill, which is going to be a disaster for us in the long run, because overall it means the printing press is back on. More money is going to be printed to meet all these new regulations that they're trying to implement into society, especially the fact that they're trying to hire 87,000 new IRS agents specifically loaded with guns to come to your house. And if you guys can see right through what's going on, I can see it, getting really deep, guys, because if you look at it, I have a conspiracy that I like to explain to you guys what I think is going on. Overall, if you look, what is a way for them to get rid of guns? Because you see a lot of things going on with mass murderings and going on here in the United States, especially, it's getting worse and worse. Guns killing people here and there, and people are calling for gun control. And another way to enforce gun control is by using the IRS, because pretty much when they start auditing all these small businesses and you have something that you didn't report to the IRS, they can literally give you a felony. And once you have a felony on your record, you are no longer able to possess a gun. So this is a way for them taking the guns away from everybody. And that's not going to be good, because history repeats itself. Look what China did. Look what Germany did. It's all happening all over again. And I don't want it to happen here in America, but unfortunately, it's looked like we're heading that way, especially with the leaders that we have in place right now. Our president is not doing a great job. Overall, I don't believe in the left or right system. I believe it's all divide and conquer. And also, if you do history, you find out every president that has been elected has been selected. If you find out their lineage, they're all related to a king, except I believe the 8th president, and I don't know about Donald Trump, but they're all related somehow, cousins through second cousins, generations and generations. I don't know what's going on. A family bloodline keeping control. Something is not right. So if you look more deep into the web, you'll find out this is all about money. And once you control the money, you pretty much control the universe. And I like to do my research, and I like to pay attention to everything that's going on around me. And that's how I make my investments. And this is not financial advice, but this is just how I make my investments. And I like to share with you guys to hope enlighten you and make you guys become better investors. And get better at the game, because it's all one big video game, guys. We all live in the Matrix, and we all gotta be our own Neo and break out of the Matrix, and we need financial freedom. Otherwise, we're modern day slaves, and we'll be stuck in the system working until we're 65, if we're lucky to make it to 65, especially on the fact that I like to pay attention to nutrition, and I tell everybody to take care of their health, and that's why I recommend people to drink Kangen water. And also you can take supplements, because the food and nutrition is really bad. If you do a study back in the 1950s, they found out that an apple is today compared to the apple in the 1950s, you have to eat 20 apples, around, well, maybe 15 to 10, but still you have to consume more in order for you to get the same nutritional value of a 1950s apple. And also, the soil, they constantly reuse it over and over again, so it's losing all the nutrition, and you're not getting the value from that fruit or vegetable that we're eating. So that's why I like to tell people about that. And also, Kangen water is my favorite water that I drink. And if you're having the water shortages here and other places in the United States, I recommend you get a Kangen machine. You can connect it to your tap, and it'll make ionized water for you, which will bring your body to an alkaline state. You'll find the links in my bio if you guys are interested in supplements or Kangen water. But anyways, let's focus on why we're here. XRP, is the verdict coming soon? Yes, it might be coming late 2022, maybe early first quarter of 2023. So let's just keep building those bags up, guys. Understand why we don't sell, because we don't want to get taxed by the IRS. Those short-term and long-term sales we will get taxed for. So I'm long-term, less taxes. That's why I'm holding on. That's why I recommend people to hold on, because if you look at any chart, you'll see people that hold on to something for a very long time, and if it has value, is a great investment. So that's why we're holding on to our XRP, which is at around 38 cents right now. It lost its position to ADA, but that's all good. We're not really tripping because we own some ADA also. And I recommend you guys buy some ADA, have that in your portfolio. I recommend it, but it's not financial advice. I just hold some because I see what Charles Hoskinson is doing, and I love his outlook on this world, and especially when he came from Ethereum and Vitalik Buterin and all those other guys. So he was hanging around those people, so he looks like more of an intelligent and more of down to earth, because if you see, he lives on a farm, and that's the way I want to live, pretty much living off the land, producing my own food and raising my own cattle and knowing what I'm eating, because people's health is starting to degenerate, and a lot of people need to focus on what you're eating, because this is really a pandemic, and that's the main thing that we need to focus on, because ever since 1971, you'll find pictures of the people back in those days. They were nice, skinny and thin and healthy, and then fast food came along, started destroying people's health. So, it's not really looking good for us, guys. If this synthetic food is destroying us, we just want to stay away from it. But anyways, pay attention to new moons and full moons, guys, because you understand some people say new moons are bullish and full moons are bearish, because if you guys ever do a little bit of history, you'll find out something called about gematria, where they use astrology and numerology, and there's all these numbers in the bracket. You just got to figure out, pretty much it's something pretty deep. I've been looking into it, and it seems interesting, and a lot of the data and history is pretty much all lining up. So we're right now in the 7th year of Samhita or something like that. So it's supposed to be over around September 21st, 22nd. So pay attention to times around there, because they say when that's over, that's when we might have a big bear market. And that's why we're having this little pump up before the bear market, because who knows what might happen. Taiwan is something that people should be paying attention to, because if China attacks Taiwan, we'll go to war, and Russia and China have been consolidating and buying up hella gold for the past 10 years, but it's been barely published in the news like 2 years ago. So if people look and try to connect the dots, you'll pretty much see what's going on. And I like to buy me some gold, buy me some silver, and, chill pretty much, try to find me a good position. Right now I'm working 2 jobs, so that's why I don't make much videos. But when I do make videos, I like to keep you guys informed, and it's pretty much how we can get out of this. And I don't want us to be stuck in the rat race, because we're pretty much, that's what it all is. And we're modern day slaves. Just, if you don't think that, don't pay your rent and don't pay your mortgage. See what happens. Don't pay your taxes. See what happens. You'll find out they're going to come after you. They're pretty much working us to the bones. And this is not the way life should be. We should be living the way my ancestors lived. But I don't think that time is ever going to come, because if you look at things, it's just getting more uglier and uglier. And that's not something positive, even though we're making technology and all this stuff to enlighten us and share information with one another. I mean, the networking, and if you look at all the divorce rates are increasing. So things like this we need to look into when we're making investments, because it's not just looking at numbers. We got to look at the whole world and economic, and what's going on in this place, and try to link where it might affect you and your portfolio. But like I said, still long term is always the best thing to do. Hold on to it. And if you know you might live 10, 20 years and you're still young, just hold on and you'll be good. There's no doubt about that. The market will always go up. But who knows what direction they're planning, because if everything is going to be on the blockchain, everything will be recorded. Nothing will be hidden anymore, and you cannot run or hide from this technology, especially if you want to be living in the 21st century. So, something we should think about and weigh it into our life, because people are pretty much living in the moment, and those people are pretty much broke. They don't got money to back up anything. They're living check to check. They got less than $1,000 in their bank account, and they're pretty much watching television, following all the trends, watching bread and circus. Because I don't know if anybody noticed, but California was hit hard with the highest gas prices. And I was telling my brother, like, what's going on in this world? That's a major event. Like Ukraine, of course, yellow and blue. So who won the Super Bowl? Rams, yellow and blue. Who won the NBA championships? The Golden State Warriors, yellow and blue. So it's just like, they're pretty much distracting people here in California, because if they didn't do that, people would start revolting and shit like that, because people were getting angry at the fact that gas prices were over $7 and people couldn't travel to jobs, especially with the traffic too. It's not like, it wasn't beneficial, but they kept them distracted. And that's why I don't really watch sports anymore. I was a big sports fan, but those days are gone. I just see it as what it is. And it sucks to say that, because I love playing football. I mean, I used to play all the time, and I still love playing basketball. But when I follow sports, I mean, especially when you see these guys, when they flop, when somebody barely touched them, or how the refs are pretty much destroying the game. So it's just like, no, not anymore. But overall, if I see a way of making money on it, I probably might take advantage of it, because I always look at it from an economic and financial point. So Just like I was telling people how the LA Rams might win the Super Bowl, but then again, I might have thought that the Cincinnati Bengals would have won because we're in the year of the Tiger. But they didn't win, but they did go to the Super Bowl, so year of the Tiger, I guess. And yeah, guys, just make sure you, when you're selling, that make sure that you do take out the taxes for the IRS, because every transaction is pretty much recorded, so it's in the blockchain, and these guys are figuring it out. And I live here in the Silicon Valley, and I see a lot of immigrants coming in, especially from India. And if you understand, there's 1.2 billion of them. So I pretty much think they've been teaching them about numbers. So you might see a lot of Indian IRS enforcers coming to your doors soon, because a lot of these people are trying to get a green card to bring their families over here, and they're willing to do whatever. And just understand that they don't care about you. Nobody cares about you. Just your family, your blood, and people that you grew up with, that you build a bond with. And overall, yeah, just stay close and always keep forgiving and repenting. Make sure you always put the Father in heaven up first, because who knows what we live on, who's been lying to us for so long, and how we've been stuck in this rat race for so long. But anyways, back to the topic. Ethereum, September 15th. We should be paying attention to that, because that's when they're going to switch over from proof of work to proof of stake. So you see the miners trying to adjust right now, because I don't know how they're going to make money now, because it's proof of stake. So they might be mad, but oh well. It's working better for us in the long run, because nobody likes paying those Ethereum gas fees, especially when we're trying to buy some NFTs, guys. I mean, I'm in the NFT game. I'm all representing those zombie apes and those zombie zebras, and there's zombie comics, and then there's a skill remix. I like those NFTs. They're all projects that have utility. They have merchandise for their products, and also they're building a great community, and I like them Discord, so check them out. Zombie Apes, I give them a good recommendation. And I mean, like I said, HODL, because overall in the long run we will be making a lot of profit in our investments, because that's why we invest. Just like when I bought comic books, I was looking at the long potential of it, and look at comics now. Marvel is the big thing right now. Everybody, especially Dragon Ball Z. I remember when I was young, because I was born right when Dragon Ball Z came out, so 1986, in the house representing. And yeah, guys, great days ahead, but always pay attention to what's going on. But yeah, they say crypto will be widely used by 2025, and that's great for us, because we all invested and we're all holding on tight, and we're not gonna overdo it. Dollar cost average. Don't people say that's bad advice, but just buying when everything's blood in the street, of course, because I was buying throughout this year of 2021, and I regret it, because I should have waited while there was blood in the streets, but there was blood in the streets the whole time, and I thought it would push up, but overall it's fail until you succeed, and that's what I'm learning. And I'm not mad, because my portfolio is bigger, and when the next bull run comes, I'll be up, and I'm not gonna panic, because I look at coins that have utility and pretty much a use case, and I always try to look at the management and the team that's behind it, because that's pretty much a good representation. Because, just like when they hire presidents of the United States, they always look at their family structure. You know what I mean? That's what we got to do. And if you look at Biden's family structure, his son's a little meth head. You've seen those videos online. And you can tell by your economy right now how it's looking. It's not looking great, but it is what it is. And to me, it's one big show. And eventually, they're going to be coming after the Trump supporters first, because they're... Trump, I believe, was a Trump horse. You know what I mean? Came in, revealed all the patriots. Now they're revealed. Everybody's on the system, especially if they're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Any of these social media platforms, pretty much you all been revealed. So they're coming after you. So watch out. IRS is coming after you. They're going to try to charge you with a felony so they can take your guns. And I'm just giving you guys a warning, a heads up, because that's pretty much the game. And man, we just need to get our money right, because we gotta have those lawyers. That's why we need resources. That's why we're in the crypto game. Everybody, don't go buy no Lambo. Don't go buy no Bugatti. I was watching a video where this guy was pretty much stating, if you buy a Bugatti, you have to pay over $100,000 in service fees just to keep the car up to maintenance. And every 5 years, it's required to change a whole bunch of parts in the car, which would range from $300,000. And I understand now why people let those cars sit. I'm not buying one. You'll never see me buying a Lambo. I did think about it. I was like, oh yeah, I want to buy a Lambo. Be like Big Boy Crypto and all the cool guys with a Lambo. But not with those maintenance fees. I'm messing only with my car that I like right now, Lexus. I'm in the Lexus gang, so I'm glad I'm stay right there. I'll just keep modifying my car and making it beautiful and nice. And yeah. That's what I'm going to do. But yeah, guys, here's another thing to pay attention to. Mt. Gox, August 28th. That's when they're going to be releasing 140,000 Bitcoin back into the market. So what do you think they're going to sell? I think a lot of people are going to be selling, because a lot of people are in financial need of resources right now. And the market might dip a little bit, but I believe it'll recover in the long run, because blockchain is the future, and that's why we're here. That's why you guys are watching Smokers Club, and that's why, great days ahead for the rest of us, guys. But, is your host, Enrique. Like, comment, subscribe. Give me some advice that you guys want to talk to me about, or anything that I want to make on my show. I'd like to keep it 100. I'm just a guy here in California, pretty much paying high taxes, but overall, I like the weather, and the money here is really good, because if you work 2 jobs like I'm doing and try to not micromanage, be a minimalist in what you're spending, and only invest into your business, and slowly but surely you'll eventually be ahead. And make sure you drink good water and take some supplements, because like I said, the fruits are not giving you the nutrition that you need. And also I recommend using the green in the supplement link. You'll find a thing called green. You use it to wash your fruits and vegetables. It'll remove all the pesticides from your fruits and vegetables, because pesticides are oil based, so it tends to stick to the food, so you can't wash it off with water. And the fact that your water, when you're rinsing with tap water, has fluoride, chlorine, a whole bunch of pesticides, toxins in the water, heavy metals, and you're trying to clean your fruits and vegetables with that. So guys, pay attention, and have a great day, and peace out, and peace.